welcome back again to what I think is week 8 or week 9. Well, certainly game 9, but we didn't get the first one recorded, so we're going to say game week 8. And this week we are playing New Ealing Warriors. So we're at home again since we're on a nice pitch, but today it's a lot colder and wetter and the weather's changing here and now. But let's jump onto the lineup. This week picks again, we have Joe, great performance last week, mate. Back four, Lee, left back, T, right back, David and Pat, centre back. Up in the midfield, we have Brady, Jason Choate and Dan Judge. And up on the top of the pitch, Phoebe left wing, Brian right wing with Simon Broadhurst up the top there. And substitute-wise, we've got 3, and that's Kyle Choate, Ped and Danny there. So Kyle is back from his long-standing injury. So that's good to see him there as well. Hopefully get a bit of a run out, and that's it. That's a good warm-up there. Knees up, son. Knees up and ankles up. So quick 1-minute silence was conducted just before the match, and then we will get straight into it. So here we go, first half, and the game is off. Now, play back across the back line. That's not a great start. Straight to Grady within a few seconds. Grady plays it out the left to BB. Back there to Lee, who lofts the ball into the middle. Not much going on, but there's a bit of confusion there. Jason Choate. Oh, great bit of skill around the players. Has a shot, and it just goes wide of the post. That's a great start for the South Kills there. Now, good tackle there by Dave. Nice and calm from the skipper. Plays it back to left back, Lee. Chips it up, and that's an awful header by Grady. Plays it straight into the player. Player's got an opportunity to strike, gets it around Dave, and it's just fizzed wide of the post. Got away one there. Now, corners come in. Good defensive header there by T. Jason, Grady clears the ball away. You can see the grass is really low, but it was quite wet. Now, that's cleared by Dave. Strikes off the back of Pat. And that one's just gone over the bar, I think. Now Dave trying to make a tackle, and the player crosses it in, goes right the back. Oh, it's hit the post. That's 4 early attacks there. We started on the front foot, but now they seem to be having a good bit of play. That's a shot from downtown, but nothing is going in this one. Now BB, oh, he's caught out in the middle of the field. And the light blues, oh, great defending there. Dave, nice and calm, plays it to BB. Just can't seem to stop scoring at the minute. After Storm Brian. Oh, it's a poor clearance by Lee. Picked up by Knee Brace, and it's saved by Joe. Well played. Now, other end of the pitch, there's T with a long throw-in. Goes all the way in. There's B with a volley. And nothing quite going there. Now, BB picks it up onto his left foot, and he's got it in!
Yes, go on, BB!
Well played. And like I was just saying, the guy can't stop scoring at the minute. Our top scorer this season so far. So, well played. Against the run of play, really. They had a lot of attacks kicking it off. Oh, great defensive header there, Pat. Well played, mate. So, yeah, South Ealing Wanderers had quite a few shots, couldn't quite get a goal in. And that is it. Now, good defending T and Dave. So, other end of the pitch with Brian with one of those corners. He's got a great delivery.
Go on! Yes, go on! I got to make sure they know that was me who took the corner.
Just the kind of performance we need. Brian with a fantastic corner. Directly in this time. So I think that's 3 set up this season and scored 1 from the same place. So well done, mate. So 2-0. Now, played through. Good interception by Lee. Grady to Cho. Back over to Dan Judge. There's a great bit of football there. T. Oh, he's just caught out there. They do challenge together as a team there. As well retrieved back there by T. Well played. Kept the ball well. Plays it up the line. That's Judge playing up to Bry, just out, and that's unlucky. Now, in the middle again. The break is on. Second time we played a light blue shirted team. Now Joe comes out. Good save there, Joe. Nice save and a good bit of skill. Plays it out nice and calm. That's lovely stuff there. T plays it up to the right wing. Back to Brian. Back to T. Can't quite get the ball under control. And they're back on the attack again. And that's a fantastic... Well, it looked like a fantastic tackle, but it stays in. And calling for the ball. Alright, so a different part of the ground. And you'll notice we did manage to fix the camera. Oh, wait a minute, it's a through ball. Jason Cho's goal. Oh, and there's a bit of confusion there with the defender and the goalkeeper. So yeah, we managed to fix the camera, change some settings, got the lens cleaned up a little bit, so the light should be good. But one thing to note, later on in the game, it is getting darker earlier, so you'll notice it starts to get dark, but that wasn't a fault of the camera, that's a fault of God, if you believe in him. So now Grady plays out to Brian, plays into Simon, who leaves it, and this is Danny coming around on the back post. Danny Ramos is going to shoot, and he hits the side netting. Now, Lee with, Simon with the corner, swinging that one in. Nothing from there. And that's a taxi for BB. But don't take that to heart, mate. You've scored so many goals. Now, Jason tries to have a shot. It's like table tennis, back and forth here, ping pong table. Nothing comes from that. And they're on the break. Oh, and he's onside as well. They've tried to play the offside trap. All he's got to do is square it. He's got players in the middle. Tries to go around. He squares it. Oh, there's a terrible cross. Really got away with one there. So, join it back in the middle of the pitch there. And at the moment, they're winning all the battles, but just not got the end product. Good save, Joe. Goes all the way out. Now, we're at the other end of the pitch with a free kick. Or an offside, maybe. I wasn't sure what came from that one. So, South Ealing Wanderers tries to play the ball through. BB intercepts. Grady picks out Simon, the other end of the pitch now. Simon plays it straight through to Jason. Has a strike first time. That's a great save by the goalkeeper. But Jason plays it in the bottom corner. Great finish, mate. And that is 3-0. And that is the difference. If you've got players who can put the ball in the back of the net, then you are likely to win matches. So, 3-0 at the moment. And they're playing with it on the edge of their area. We'll let them play with it in this kind of space. Now the player hasn't really been challenged for quite a while. Grady making a reckless tackle there in midair. Good tackle by Lee. And the player cuts in well. That's a great tackle by Danny. It's all over the place at the minute. Can't really get it. It looks like Jason picked up one right in the nether regions. So goalie goes long with that one. Jason's alright, that's good. So T, up on the right, tries to play it up that line, nothing comes from it, and that one's going to go out for a throw-in. And the resultant throw-in, obviously not from the correct position. Grady flicks it on, Jason's in, and it's square. Oh, wait a minute, it's called for offside. Unbelievable ref. Now, back with the goalkeeper. Awful clearance. My lord, that's terrible. Jason in line with the defenders, and again, I think they've called it back for an offside. Clearly you could see he was onside. Played on by the centre-back and his right-back. And there's an interesting clearance if there ever was one. Simon decides BB's not taking this throw-in. So, Lee coming up to take the throw. Looking for players. You can see the sun's out now as well. Really, really bright. Now Jason with a little flick. Grady on the volley, it's going in! It's not going in, it goes into the goalie's hands. That would have been nice if that had gone in. But it didn't. And oh, look at that for control by Dan Judge. Picks it out of the air, lovely jubbly, mate. BB with a nodded header, back into Judge, just behind him. Unlucky. So we're getting close to the end of this first half, and it's been an impressive performance, to say the least. 3-0. And this is what we've needed to do in games previously. We've been letting teams score against us. Well, not so much letting them, they've just actually scored against us. It's not like we choose for them to do it. And we're always on the back foot. But luckily, we've managed to pick games back. It's only one result recently. We couldn't get back into it. But it's a good little bit of play there by South Ealing Wanderers. Good scoop over the top. Lee in the right position. Overhead kick. What's going to come from this? I'm not quite sure. Lee's putting his body in the way, and I think that's going to be called back for a foul. Yes, it is. So, like I say, just a minute or two left of this first half. Joe's going to take this goal kick. Fetching yellow top there. One of only... Oh, it's a terrible goal kick. One of only few goalkeepers who wear it. Oh, and there it is. Half-time. So, this week, Simon's actually been spending a lot of time with Peter Beardsley, and he's picked up his voice. So let's just have a listen in to what Simon's actually got to say at the minute. Oh yeah, I couldn't get loose. I want everybody like play a bit of football and eat like tomato sandwich and all. And I've got this itchy hand in my hand. It's like it's really hard for me to get the itch off, like, and the sun's in my eyes, and this beard might be a little bit like too thick and all. But it's a nice sunny day and that, like, Ped, and you take your arse on top of your boat, like, come on, like, what's that? I didn't worry about that, like, and boys, if you carry on, like, you should do it pretty well, like, yeah. Fantastic team talk, Simon, good man. And Pedro is coming on, and hopefully Si sorts that itchy hand out one day. So, second half, 3-0. Bit of banter going on here, and we're off. And that is played across the back there to T, who is playing it up the line. Nothing comes from that. And a super zoom in, other end of the pitch, and a throw in. Now the guy's trying to work out his angles. There's the throw in. There's Jason with a clearance. And we've had a couple of substitutions at half time there. Simon's come off, Grady's come off, which means we've got Ped on now. And who's the other one who's come on? I think that's Danny's back in the middle there. But anyway, we're off, we're playing, and it's football, Saturday. Maybe better than Sunday League football, who knows? It's football anyway, we all love amateur football. And there's a taxi! What you seem to get on a lot of amateur football. We don't see them often enough nowadays. People train too often, and it's not a true reflection of what Saturday League football should be. But we need a taxi every week, and there was ours. So, good feet by Jason. In and out and in. Plays it up to Ped. Hasn't got enough game time really in the last couple of weeks. But it's good to have him back. Now, quick colour change there. I'm not quite sure what happened. But ignore it, forget it. We're still in game. And that's a good driving run up the top there. Played over the top. The South Ealing Wanderers. It's a good defensive header there by Lee, nodding the ball away. And Dan Judge, quite high up in the pitch. We don't see him up here. He's going to have a nosebleed. Petty, good flick over the top. Using those Brazilian maestro skills, but he doesn't get it onto his preferred shooting foot. And there's Danny. Ever the reliable slide tackle maestro. Oh, and a good dummy there by T. Now, played out to the left wing. T actually out of position now. Number 99. I can't imagine they've got 99 players in their team. That's a fantastic tackle, Dave. Still on him. Like a rash, and the geezer's still going through. Good defending, Pat. This is solid defensive play there by the back four. Lee stepping up. Oh, he's just overrun his run there, and it's gone all the way through. And T is going to pick that one up. Look at them ominous clouds in the background. They'll be with us in no time, don't you worry. Now, T and B. Sounds like I'm just doing letters out of the alphabet. That's good 1-2. And B is going to chase it up there. And the number 2 is completely off the pitch. He's managed to get back on in time. Broadhurst loves that one. Now, other end of the pitch, and the sun's gone back in. It's hard to balance the colour when the sun's in and out like this. But you can see what's happening, so let's just enjoy it for what it is. Now, still 3-0. They've had a better half starting now. Oh, and it's going through. It's in! And he's tucked the ball in the net, but he's been called offside. Has he been called offside? No, he thinks it's a goal. Look at the top right on the screen. Yep, called offside, and his other mate doesn't really know about it. If he had just let that one go in, that would have been 3-1. But at the moment, we're still retaining our clean sheet. So here's a big geezer playing the ball into the middle of the pitch. That is a terrible first time touch. There's Brian to Jason, back to Jason. This is great one-touch, two-touch football, slotted through. B on the right wing here. Acres of space, not been picked up. Brian back on the back post. Oh, and it's just dinked wide of the goal. Someone you would have put your house on to score. Now, the ball lofted in. Good defence there. Ball nodded away. Ped putting them under pressure a little bit, and it's really getting dark now. That storm cloud was coming our way. The sun was setting. Winter is here. Oh, and he's hit the side of the net in there. Joe was beating all ends, really. So, a corner other end of the pitch. B going for another strike. Oh! The audacity of the man shooting from corners. Now Lee, other end of the pitch. That's a great corner as well. Dave flying in. Could have got injured there, but he didn't, thank God. Now T playing the ball up. No man's land really there. And again, that's no man's land. Danny picks it up. Great first time turn. And Petty's taken down there. It's a bad tackle. Now B's going to attempt a free kick here. Oh, a little bit tame. Tried to dink it in. That's unlucky. Now they come away with it. 2 tame tackles from B and Grady as well. And the man is away. Right wing pulling away. So where are we going to go with this? Slotted ball up the right hand wing there. Looked like he was offside. And I would be correct in saying he's offside. And wait a minute. There he is. Hasn't played properly since one of our old previous videos that Christmas when we played Rambo and he twisted his knee out. Yes, that is right. Kyle is back. He's mainly been on the camera work at the moment. But that's good to see him getting out of that Celtic top and into the Kilburn top. Now Grady with a tackle there. Simon back to Grady. Grady's got options out to the right wing. It's B. Oh, it's a good bit of skill. Took the 25 out. And that one is going to be kicked out for a corner, which I think Brian's going to go down and take. Yep, put it down. So, corner going to come in. Danny's making a quick run into the box. Heads it. Grady on the back post and it's in! 4-0.
What a header.
It almost looked like it was planned.
Is that Grady? Yeah. Yes, Grady!
Sure was, Dan Judge. That was Grady, mate. Got his head right underneath it. So we're back with kickoff 4-0 and it's certainly out of their hands now. You can see the heads have dropped. And that's Simon Broadus. Good tackle there. BB notices the run of Petty. Petty's through and goal. 1-on-1. Oh! It's a nutmeg.
Great pace, son. I never doubted you. Yes, Ped.
A great finish, mate. Straight under his legs.
I missed that one, mate.
Yeah, we were having a chat.
I didn't get it.
Luckily, that was just banter, Ped. He did actually get it. So, up on the right wing. And this has been a better performance. To be honest, they've had chances. If they had a striker. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and it's great defending. A foot was just put in there right at the last moment. But if they had a striker, they might have been dangerous. But they haven't. And here he comes. Number 6. Kyle's coming on the pitch. And he hasn't played in a year and a half. Maybe even, no, it's about a year. It's good to see you back. And BB, man of the match, in my opinion, in the commentator's opinion, man of the match there. Just can't stop scoring. There's Kyle getting involved early on. Brian up on this right wing. Kyle's come on with only about 8 minutes left of the match, so it's only going to be a short. Oh, wait a minute! Danny there had visions of grandeur. But Kyle's come on last part of the match. The match is coming to an end. As you can see, it's getting darker and darker now. We might have to try the auto setting on the ISO in the camera. But Joe's going to come and grab that one. Last minutes. It's been, I wouldn't say an easy win, but it's been maybe a bit easier than games we played in previous weeks. And that's a good kick all the way through to Choat. Couldn't quite get it under his spell. It was kicked out. And I really do think we are coming to the end of the match. Just as another disclaimer, I feel like I'm putting disclaimers out all the time. The battery actually does die in the last second, so it will go straight to black. But it was seconds before the final whistle. Oh, and he's gone down looking for it. Definitely nothing going on there now. Choat looking for Choat. Choat nearly picks it up and couldn't quite get it there. Referee's looking. Dave coming for one of those get on your ankle tackles. And there it was. Battery ran out. And a convincing 5-0 win. Now let's have a quick look at the league table. We haven't actually had a look since we've been in here. And as you can see, we are now sitting in 4th place, but we played quite a few games compared to everyone else. So if fixtures go away, we could still be in 4th. We set ourselves a goal of 4th of the season or above. But anyway, if you haven't done already, make sure you subscribe, like the channel, share with all of your friends and family, and we'll see you again next week on Saturday League Kings.